Once upon a time, on the island of Langkawi located in Malaysia, there lived a beautiful girl named Mahsuri. Her beauty became a talking point among the residents of Langkawi. If she passes by, men will look at her, and they have the desire to make Mahsuri their wife. However, Mahsuri was already married to a man named Wan Daras. One day a man named Deramang, who is from a different state, came to Langkawi Island. Deramang is a handsome man who is excellent in poetry. He stays in Mahsuri's house as he worked with Mahsuri's father, and his talent in poetry made Mahsuri's name even more popular among the villagers as the house's host. Unbeknown to Mahsuri, her own sister-in-law named Wan Mahura was jealous of her because Wan Mahura is the wife of the governor of Langkawi, and she is not as popular as Mahsuri. Things went worse because Deramang and Mahsuri were so close to each other, and Mahsuri's husband is not around as he went to war. Mahsuri was pregnant with Wan Daras' child at the time when she and Deramang were close with each other. Wherever Mahsuri and Deramang goes, they were followed by men who are servants of Wan Mahura. The men will report to Wan Mahura of what they saw. After Mahsuri's child was born, Wan Mahura accused Mahsuri of having an intimate relationship with Deramang, and the child that Mahsuri gave birth to is Deramang's child. Wan Mahura managed to convince her husband, who is the governor of Langkawi at that time, to punish Mahsuri and Deramang with the offence of having an intimate relationship, although Mahsuri was already married. When Deramang was taking care of Mahsuri's child in Mahsuri's house, he was surrounded by the villagers who intended to capture him. He managed to escape, but he was captured in the end and killed. Mahsuri was also surrounded by the villagers who intended to capture her, and they led her to a place named Padang Matsirat to be punished. At Padang Matsirat, Mahsuri was tied to a pole. She screamed and stated that she was only accused and that she do not have an intimate relationship with Deramang. Nevertheless, the villagers ignored her plea and tried to stab her to death. Every execution attempted toward Mahsuri failed. Eventually Mahsuri told the villagers to kill her with an ancient Malay weapon named keris that belonged to her family. It did work, and Mahsuri bled white blood, much to everyone's surprise. The white-coloured blood showed her innocence in the uncalled allegation. Unfortunately, damage has been done. It was at this moment when the dying Mahsuri, in her last breath, puts a curse on the island, which lasted for 7 consecutive centuries. The curse that Mahsuri put on the Langkawi Island made the island suffers from invasion by the Siamese Armada and also failed crops for many decades. It is said that the curse of Mahsuri on the Langkawi Island has stopped after the birth of the 7th descendant of Mahsuri. Nevertheless, the legend of Mahsuri has left a lasting impact on the Langkawi Island, and it is a story that reminds us of the consequences of jealousy, injustice, and the heavy price of false accusations.